What's up guys, welcome back to another Premiere Pro tutorial video. Today I will be teaching you guys how to use Luts or look-up tables. In this video I'll be going over how to create your own LUT. So if you guys are good at color grading or want to learn to color grade, I'll be going over the basics, and then you guys can create your own look and also export it so you can use it with easy access every time you want to use it. That way you don't have to keep going into color grading and finding the exact look that you spend hours creating. I will also be including a pack of 30 free LUTs that you guys can use in any of your videos. This will basically just give your videos a different look. So if you guys want to add a cool little effect where on the kill your whole color of the video changes, or if you just want to make your video look more cinematic and more high quality, these will be the perfect LUTs for you guys. And then also it's just great to know how to color correct, especially if you know your game comes out a little too bright, your brightness is too high, or contrast is too much or too low. You can touch up your videos to make them look the best quality you can, and I will be teaching that in this video. But before we get into that tutorial, please leave a like, subscribe if you are new to this channel, make sure you hit that notification bell because you guys always want to be notified when I upload a tutorial so you can be first to view it. Also, tell your friends about these videos. If you guys have friends that are wanting to know how to edit or wanting to know how to make montages as good as you're making them, you should definitely recommend my channel. That would be amazing. I'm a bit of a small YouTuber, so that would help me a lot. The more people that reach my channel, the bigger we can grow and the more content I can put out for you guys. So without further ado, let's get right into this tutorial. Okay, we are in Premiere Pro right now. I am over the color tab over here, as you can see, Lumetri color. Before we get into any of the editing and color grading, make sure set up your Premiere Pro, set up your project, make your sequence, and import your clips and any music or whatever you want to use for your video. I'm just going to be using one of these clips by Gleck. You guys know who he is by now, surely. I don't really play the game as much anymore, so it's handy to have this guy's clips here when I need to make a tutorial. So definitely go check out his channel. If you guys do not know how to set up a Premiere project or import your clips, make sure you go check out my Basics of Premiere Pro tutorial. That will be linked in the top corner. And yeah, it's definitely handy to have the basics down before trying any of this stuff, because it is a little more on the advanced side, but I'm sure most of you guys will be able to handle it. It's not too difficult. So yeah, first things first, get your clip over here. I've got my clip selected, and then up here, as you can see, we've got the color, editing, effects, audio, all these tabs. Make sure you're selected on color, and it should say Lumetri color up here. And as you can see, you've got basic correction, creative, curves. You've also got color wheels, HSL, secondary, and vignette. I don't even know how to say that, so don't even at me. But first things first, I'm going to give you guys a little overall on the basic correction. If you guys want to skip straight to where I teach you guys how to import the preset LUTs, skip to the timestamp on the screen right now. But if you want to learn for yourself, which I highly suggest, definitely keep watching. So obviously with the basic correction, we've got all the basic color correction. Then we've got white balance selector. If you just click this little tool and you select at the white point, maybe there, it will tone it down a bit. Say select here, probably this is the widest point. You can select that and that will find the white balance. But if not, you can select that yourself with the temperature. So you can either go to the left, make it really blue or cooler, or you can make it warmer. So if you're trying to go for like a vintage cinematic look, you can push it to the warmer side, maybe by about that. I'm gonna go for like a vintage warm sort of look. And then you've got tint, so you can make it really green or really magenta. So with this, I might put it more to the green side just to make all those really bright colors just a little dull. Maybe negative 9. Oh, not negative 9. Negative 9. I like that. And then you've got the basic corrections such as exposure, contrast, highlights, shadows, whites, and blacks. So first I'm going to go for exposure. I think it's fine how it is, so I think I'm just going to leave that. I might bump up the contrast a little bit, maybe 35. 35 is good. And then I might turn down the highlights a little bit, maybe -20. And then you've got shadows, so you can add like a really cool faded look. I might bump this up a little bit. I might set this to like 5. And then we've got the blacks and whites. I'm just gonna leave those. And then you've also got saturation. So if you want to go for a black and white look, turn your saturation all the way down. Sometimes that can be pretty cool. I know before in montages, not mine specifically, but other people's that I've been editing for, I've done basically on the kill, the screen turns black and white, and then also before the kill, it's black and white, and then when the kill hits, it goes to color. So that can look really cool. So make sure if you want to just do purely black and white, you don't set any of these, just reset everything. So if you click reset, it will reset everything in the basic corrections, but I don't want to do that. So if I just press reset and then turn the saturation down, it'll be more black and white. Obviously I would have to set the temperature and tint back. But yeah, that can look really cool if you want to mess around with that. Okay, moving on to creative. This is probably the most important one. So if you want to add this really cool vintage look or sort of old style, like vintage camera, I don't know what it would be called, you can turn the faded film up and it basically just fades out the edges and takes away a bit of the color. So this could look really cool. So what I might do is set this to 50. And then you can add Sharpen, which will basically either blur it down or make it really precise. And then you got Vibrance, which I'm gonna leave, and Saturation again, which I'll also leave. Next we've got curves. I'm not gonna go too in-depth with curves. They're pretty complicated, but if you simply just go down to here, you can make little headers and mess around with the certain colors that you want to bring out. It's totally up to you. You guys can totally mess around with that and find a cool look that you want. If you just use the ink tool, if you just use this little tool, you can select either the color of like your character if you want to make him more prominent, but that's totally up to you guys. And then we've got color wheels and match. This section is pretty fun. You guys can mess around with the midtones, shadows, and highlights. Again, just bring it right up if you want to make it really pink. I think I'm going to move it more to the orange side as I'm trying to go for a cinematic look. So more to the green for the midtones. And then shadows, a little bit orange. I'll just reset that. I think I might just change the shadows a little bit. Once you've messed around with that, you can also use the little sliders to bring down the shadows or bump them up. Same with the midtones and highlights. So this kind of fades it out and this makes it more prominent. I think I'm just going to leave that for now. And HSL secondary and vignette. I don't even know how to pronounce it. Vignette. We're going to call this vignette. Alright. So I'm not going to cover these because they're pretty complicated. And even myself, I'm probably not the best at using them. Once you're happy with the look that you've created, mine wasn't too much of a drastic change, but whatever you guys want your look to look like. Once you are happy with your look, then go ahead and go up to next to Lumetri color. You've got these 3 lines. You can click that and press export.cube. So go ahead and name that as the look that you want. I'm going to name mine cinematic look, and then I'm just going to save that to my hard drive. Now that you've created your LUT, go ahead to creative, go to look, and instead of selecting one of these, go ahead and click browse. Go ahead and find the LUT pack that you downloaded from the link in the description. Then go ahead and import the ones that you want to use. I'm going to use Cine one. And as you can see, it automatically applies. So every time you want to import a LUT, go here, go to look, browse, and find whatever LUT you want to use. Doesn't have to be specifically this one. There's many, thousands and thousands on the internet that you can find. So I'm sure you won't have too much trouble, but I hope this pack is plenty and that this video was helpful. If this video was helpful to you guys, make sure you leave a like and comment what you want me to do a tutorial on in my next video. If you're new to this channel, make sure you subscribe, and if you did find this helpful, thank you so much guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video.